apart.
Right.
And later, yesterday, they had a conversation with the federal government, the president in particular, and they concluded on, calling off the strike. And they gave the government 3 weeks to attend to the resolutions reached at that meeting. And the president has said that it is important that they go back to work. Yes, he acknowledged the fact that that sector is important to the society.
Absolutely.
And that he will ensure that all reforms that are necessary for that sector to thrive, to work effectively, is done. And so they agreed, they had resolutions reached, and they agreed that, okay, they will return to work. A good one.
Yeah, a very good one, because, yesterday we were just here talking about it, that, them calling on Nigerians to intercede on their behalf, to the federal government. And it's a very good one, that the fact that, the new government met with them, spoke with them, had conversation, and they agreed on the terms that they agreed on. Just like you said, 21 days, timeline for them to be able to have a very concrete resolution at the end of the day. So the president actually told them to give him the benefit of doubt, so as to see whether he will be able to deliver on what he's promised them. But so I think it's a very good one. When the new government came in, it's like, what's going to happen? Everywhere seems to be chaotic. Strikes here, strike there. Although this preceded the inaugural, but then the fact that he has addressed that, hopefully, NLC and TUC suspending their strike means that they will also make a very good headway. So the health sector is something that is, it's a sector we can't neglect, we can't overlook. We need to make sure that that sector thrives. So all of the monies that they're trying to, block from here and there, the fuel subsidy of a thing that has been removed at the end of the day will, be plunged, will be, thrown into that sector.
Channeled into that sector.
Exactly. So as to boost the capacity and fight or mitigate against the brain drain we've recorded so far.
One thing that I have noticed with this current administration in recent days is the fact that it is willing to negotiate with anyone that is ready to negotiate with them and listen, because that is the only way we can move forward as a nation. You bring forth your argument, I bring mine, and we see how we can have a level playing field to have an agreement to move either of the sectors forward. But one thing this administration rather should also learn, now that you're setting a precedence, you should also learn from the other administration, the past administration, to not renege on any agreement you've reached with any of these associations moving forward, because that is what we saw in the past administration that didn't sit well with the majority of Nigerians, and we saw the strikes, incessant strikes that went on both with ASU, the resident doctors, talk about any of the associations you can mention. And so it will be important that whatever that you cannot agree with, when you look at the situation on the ground, you make the other party understand that, what, as it is in Nigeria, yes, we are trying to block certain loopholes to ensure that we can make, monies and make the benefits or reap the benefits of the fuel subsidy and block every hole. Yeah. For now, this is what we can do. Maybe as time goes by, this is how far we can go, so that everybody will be on the same page and not have that expectation that is that you may not be able to meet as time goes on. But we'll leave this conversation here now and believe that in 3 weeks, the government will do as it has promised. Let's